Hi, this is Udi Tirosh with DIYphotography.net, and today we're going to have a look at the Godox 600 AD Bowens mount. And we've asked Israeli photographer Tom Saimon to shoot trainer Liron Danovich in the dunes of Ashdod, and it's going to be awesome. Today we set out to review how the Godox AD600 works in field conditions. We've heard quite a bit about it and we're eager to test it ourselves. We asked Tom Saimon to run a full shot with the strobe and report back. Fact: Godox actually means God Ox, which can be literally translated into holy cow. But first, the specs. The Godox AD600 is a $600 battery-powered strobe, and unlike other battery-powered strobes, it can be powered via battery or mains, which means it's a good fit for both studio and on-location work. It sports 600 watt-second power output, GN87 9 steps of power adjustments, that's full power down to 1/256. It is daylight balance and roughly plus minus 200 degrees Kelvin. Now most strobes are plus minus 300 degrees Kelvin, they just don't tell you that. The AD600 also sports HSS up to 1/8,000th of a second and first and second current sync. Battery-wise, a full charge will last you about 500 full pops, and we ran the entire day with a single battery. Lastly, the AD600 also sports a 10-watt modeling light, which we did not use in this shoot. When on location, Tom shoots tethered when possible. He uses Canon Camera Connect on an iPad 2, which connects to the camera over the air. This enables Tom to see what he's shooting on a bigger screen. Let's look at the first shot. It's a dynamic shot of a model running. We wanted some nice soft light on the model and used a 140 cm octa. I'm going to talk about it in a few seconds. We wanted a wide angle and opted to shooting with an f2.8L 16 to 35 mm 2 USM lens at 16 mm. The skies were pretty gray and ugly, so we took a decision to swap them in post. That does not mean that it was dark. On the contrary, we had more than enough light. To completely freeze the model, we had to shoot at 1/500 of a second, which is well beyond the Mark IV sync speed, which is 1/200th of a second. We set the AD600 on HSS and started playing from here. For the rim light, we used another Godox light, this time the AD360 with a gridded beauty dish. The beauty dish gives kind of a punchy look, and the grid really helps to control the light. The X1 trigger is what we use to control both strobes. And this played out nicely. You can control up to 3 groups with the X1, we only needed 2 here, but it definitely beats walking the sands each time to change the settings. Remember the octa? It's a pretty basic octa with 8 prongs that go inside a speed ring. It's not the easiest to set up, but also not the hardest of tasks. One thing we noted is that you have to use the internal diffusion if you don't want to get some nasty hotspots. On the other hand, it's a $90 octabox when complete products are over $500, so you won't hear me complaining. On to the second shot. This is a single light shot using the AD600 inside an octa. To get some background separation, Tom opted for a 35mm 1.4 lens. With the sun starting to hit us hard at 1.4, we needed to shoot with a fast shutter speed, even at ISO 100. We were able to use the flash for some feel and for contouring of the abs. We tried a third shot with a yoga pose. It didn't turn out to our liking, but we learned that the 140 cm octa can act as quite a powerful sail. The third shot was kind of different. Ashdod has a weird environmental statue of a flying saucer stuck in the middle of the city, and that was our next location. It's a close-up shot, and the sun was too strong even for the Godox, which means that we needed a shadow. We used a standard reflector to create the shadow, but now we had a big dude in the shot. The way to overcome this was to take 2 subsequent shots, one after the other, with the assistant moving away for the second shot. This allowed us to get a clean background. The last photo from the set was again a single light photo with the octa. You can see the reflection in the glasses to see how huge it is. Here are my conclusions. We shot well over 300 photos on HSS during this session, and the Godox did not even blink. HSS was phenomenal all the way up to 1/5000th of a second, not a single misfire. For $600, the Godox AD600 is definitely giving a fight to some of the bigger brands out there, and we're definitely recommending it. It's Udi Tirosh, DIYP, and I'll be seeing you around. If you like some more cool movies, you can check out this one, and you can subscribe to us down here.